Hey everybody! Today we're going to be making Hugo the Pig from My First Origami Kit. We'll begin with a 6-inch sheet of square paper called kami, and we'll turn it to the white side. And the first step is to fold it in half side to side. When you're done with that, open it up and fold each edge to the crease we just made. We call this a cupboard fold. Here's one edge, and flip it around, and the same thing with the other side. And now we're going to fold each of the four corners to the center. So starting with the lower left, there's one corner. Now the lower right, the second corner, rotate and do it again. The lower left, and the lower right. Now we're going to turn it over to the other side, and we're going to make a crease that connects this corner to this corner. So flip this point over, and you can see exactly where that crease is going to be, right here. And now we're going to make a pleat on this same flap, so fold it back in the other direction, leaving a pleat of about 1/4 inch. This is going to be the tail. Now turn it back to the other side, and you can see this is partially hidden now. Take these two corners and unfold them. And notice these are valley creases here and here. We're going to change those to mountain creases to make the paper flexible in both directions. So to do that, turn it over and make a crease right along the mountain crease, this time folding it again toward the center. There's one and two. Unfold those two flaps and bring it back to the front. And now we're going to tuck these inside, and this is called an inside reverse fold. To do so, we're going to look at the paper from the side and tuck the corner in right along the creases, and you can form a little triangle. So now crease one edge and then the other, and then just close the flap back up again. Now that corner is hidden inside. We'll do the same thing with the bottom flap. Looking at it from the side, tuck the corner in till it looks like a little triangle. Crease the edges of the triangle and then close it up. And there you have, those two corners are now tucked inside. Now we'll take these two triangular flaps and flip them in the other direction as far as they go, just like that. One, two, just like you're turning the pages of a book. Now we're going to work with this point here on the left, and to do that we're going to take the point and bring it right to this point here, that right in the middle between this corner and this corner. So lift up the corner here and fold it in, crease it, and then unfold. Now take that same point and bring it to the crease we just made. That's going to make a little tiny triangle. And there we go with it. And finally, we're going to roll this flap over along the crease we made beforehand, tucking that little triangle flap inside. Now we're ready to fold the whole model in half along the center, this line here. To do that, the easiest way to do that is to lift up the paper and just fold it along that center crease and flatten it. Now we're going to, you see the ears now and the tail and the nose or the snout. We need to change the angle of the head a little bit so that the ears point up. So to do that, first we're going to flip the ear flap to the left on this side, turn it over to the other side and flip that ear also out of the way. And now we're back at the front. We're going to be now making a crease that starts right here, right at this point where the flap begins. And we're going to lift up all layers of the model, starting right there. And the crease we're going to be making will be such that the ears form a right angle to the back. So this is called a right angle. It's like the edge of a square. And give it a good solid crease. That's preparation. We're going to unfold that now, turn it to the other side, and do the same thing along the same crease. Folding it up to a right angle. Again, here's the right angle right here. And unfold. So now we've got the paper limbered up so it's going to go in both directions very easily. All right, the next step is called a crimp. And to do that, we're going to look at it from underneath. And this is going to be, put the ears back. And we're going to make a valley crease right along here. And as we do that, the ears will swivel up and point upwards. So there's one. And do the same thing on this side. And now we've got the ears are pointed in the right direction. Our next step is to make the snout a little more prominent. So to do that, we're going to kind of lift up the flap here right under this corner. Just kind of lift it and swivel it up and to the left, and do the same thing on the other side. And crease it in the new position. So now you can see the snout is pointing outward. We're just about done. We do want to skinny the tail now, because this is too fat for a pig. So just kind of put your finger and pinch the top edge to the sloping edge, or pinch those two edges together. And you got a nice, you've skinnied the flap considerably, and now make a little twist to make a pig's tail. Now that's done. Our last step is to curl the ears. To do that, I'm going to use this pen and just kind of wrap it around the ear as tightly as you can. And once you've done that, you might want to do it again without a pen just to get it a little bit more curly. That's a nice curl. And we'll do the same thing with the other one. Take the pen and roll it around the ear. And take it out and curl it up a little tighter. And there you have Hugo the Pig. Hope you enjoyed it.